Well, my name is Jamael Lynch from Brooklyn, New York. I have my own basketball program that I started called Big and Little Skills Academy, which focuses on teaching kids the holistic viewpoint of basketball. We do Pilates, yoga, nutrition, speech etiquette, academic resources, vocational enhancement, personal development. We look to build their intrinsic values as well. We look to build the peer relations, sportsmanship, stuff like that. Aside from that, obviously I play professional basketball, but I also model, I also act. I'm very much a philanthropist, working on being a humanitarian activist, but I'm very focused and conscious about our culture. I went to the University of Massachusetts Lowell, got my degree in marketing in 2008. New York, everything New York. It's flair, it's sexiness, it's creativity. Everything about New York influences me, especially coming from Williamsburg projects. We have a sense of, Brooklyn has a sense of grittiness to it, but I think where we're from, Williamsburg area section, not the new Williamsburg, but the old Williamsburg, we have a sense of ownership, and we portray that through our culture, through our fashion, through our speech, everything that we are, our haircuts, the way we wear our hats, everything is through where we're from. So my new inspiration is my fiance. She is the epitome of ambition, the epitome of focus, determination. She's amazing. She's her own support system, and she's mine as well. And aside from that, my newborn. Well, not my newborn, but I'm expecting. So yeah. So that's my. I appreciate that, man. That motivation and inspiration right there is, and it's one in itself. Before that, it was definitely my grandmother who passed away, and my brother that passed away, my pops that passed away. So they're like my triangle inspiration. Those are the people that keep me going when I feel like I can't go no more. When I just want to give up, I want to throw it all away. And there's been many times like that. I remember some things that they told me. Just my little brother just being full of life when he was younger. He died when he was really young. My pops being hilarious and humorous and outgoing, focused. Unfortunately, he passed away as well. And my grandmother, she passed away most recently. She was my pillar. She was my faith. She gave me everything that I am. Always told me to walk with my head up, keep my chest up. Always allowed me to believe in myself, never to doubt. She was everything. She was my best friend. So definitely, my triangle is my inspiration. After I graduated college, I didn't really have any offers to go overseas or whatever the case may be. So I decided, a lot of people don't know this, but I went to France. I played in France. Everybody knows I played in France. But no one knows I actually paid to go play. Nobody knows that I actually had to put up money for my flight, for my food, everything like that, to go play on a exposure team. I did really well, excellent actually. Got a contract out of that, but a lot of people wouldn't do that. It taught me you have to invest in yourself. It taught me nobody's gonna believe until you believe. Nobody's gonna believe what you say until you show it. I didn't have any money like that, but I scrapped what I had. I took a flight to France, no return ticket, and I got a contract. I believe in myself that much that I will give my last to do whatever I feel is gonna take me to the next level. My father got killed when I was 13. He got murdered right on my block, literally maybe 100 feet from my building. I was in a barbershop. My man came and got me on his bike, jumped on his pegs, and I seen my father bleeding in an ambulance, and I thought he was gonna be good. That's my pops. My pops is Superman. He's gonna be good. So that night he passed away, and that moment allowed me to understand that I should never ever take anything for granted. I couldn't wait to go see him. I decided not to. Only like 2 people know that. I was in the car. I said, I'm not even gonna go because he's gonna be good. I'll see him tomorrow. I'll see him tomorrow. And a part of me was fearful. I didn't want to see him like that. I always see my father strong. He was a construction worker, played basketball. I didn't want to see him at his worst moment, or I should say at his most vulnerable state. When I seen him in that ambulance, it was hard for me to even look that way. So it taught me that moment of growth, it was for me, it had to be, don't ever take anything for granted. Don't take tomorrow for granted, don't take today for granted, because it's not guaranteed. And that's one of the two things I regret in my whole life, is not going to see my pops that day. I don't know how that would have affected me. I don't know how me seeing him or him saying something to me, or I don't know what would happen at that moment. But if he would have held my hand, if he would have seen me, he would have had more strength. Yeah, that moment was a moment of growth for me. Yeah. There's a part of you that you believe in, that you look in the mirror and you see what can be, and it's that other part that's reality that tells you you can't, whether it's friends or family, even yourself at moments when you feel like you can't accomplish a goal. There's this thing called perseverance and persistence that is not just words. Those are things you need to live by, things you need to captivate within yourself, things you need to feel. And when you have those moments of doubt, when you have those moments of uncertainty, you have to really ask yourself, how bad do you want to be great? What impact do you want to have? How do you see yourself? What is it that you envision for yourself? Look outside of yourself and actually see if you can actually attain what you're looking at. That right there, I feel, is inspiration and motivation in itself. Because the problem with people is that they feel like they have enough time. When you really don't. You really don't have enough time. And I feel like every single day you wake up, you should have a reason to get out of bed. And that reason is that you woke up. You didn't have to wake up. That's purpose in itself. And I feel like if we revisit that waking up moment, I think we will have more of an appreciation for getting out of bed and planting our feet on solid ground, and knowing that, if I get up today, I can do something. Life can change for me today. No matter what I'm going through, no matter how difficult it may seem, life can actually change for me if I plant my feet on the solid ground. If I believe in that. And I had to believe, and that, for me in itself, Common said a verse in one of his songs and said, "Nobody believe until I believe me." And that woke me up. That in itself, if you believe in you, I feel like there's nothing you can't do. You look at Oprah, you look at Albert Einstein, Steve Jobs, 50 Cent, Jay-Z. These guys and ladies have one thing in common, and that's persistence. The determination. The genius thing is that they didn't give up. And that's what you have to have. You have to have that I cannot give up, never say die attitude. In everything you do, whether you want to be an author, a sanitation worker, a teacher, an athlete, a producer, whatever you want to do, you have to go get it. Period.